Ever wondered why your first dates don't lead to second ones? Well, there could be several dumb mistakes that you make there. First dates are a mix of excitement and potential, but many men inadvertently spoil their chances right from the start. From dominating the conversation to coming on too strong, there are numerous pitfalls. Today, we are talking about the ways men often ruin first dates. By the end of this video, you will understand these common mistakes, how to avoid them, and how to set the stage for successful connections. Number 12, not choosing the right place. Selecting the perfect spot for your first date is important. Remember, it is not about splurging on an expensive dinner. It is about creating a memorable experience. If you are on a budget, opt for an outdoor activity or a place where you both can stargaze. It is romantic, thoughtful, and won't break the bank. Avoid bars for first dates, as it will give off the wrong impression that you are trying to get her drunk. This is seen as disrespectful and against the principles of chivalry. Also, pick a quiet location where you can have a conversation without straining your voice. A noisy bar or lounge can turn your date into a frustrating game of charades, which is not ideal for building a connection. Number 11, not paying attention. First dates are all about making a great first impression, and part of that is showing you are fully engaged. Avoid talking about past relationships. It doesn't matter if they were good or bad. Bringing up an ex can signal that you have unrealistic expectations or that you are not over your past. This can be a major turnoff and might lead her to think you'll speak poorly of her in the future. Focus on the present moment and the person you're with. This is your chance to start fresh, so keep the conversation positive and relevant to both of you. Number 10, constantly using a cell phone. Being present is key on a first date, and nothing says "I am not interested" more than being glued to your phone. Constantly checking messages or taking calls is a big no-no. It sends a message that the person in front of you isn't your priority. Dates are special occasions to learn about each other, and that requires your full attention. If your job requires you to be on call, just give a heads up at the start of the date. Otherwise, keep your phone out of sight and on silent. If you absolutely must check your phone, apologize and explain that it is an emergency. Remember, showing that you can disconnect from your phone for a few hours to focus on your date is a sign of respect and genuine interest. Number 9, acting rude. One of the quickest ways to ruin a first date is by being rude. How you treat others, especially service staff, speaks volumes about your character. You don't need to shout or ignore others' opinions to come off as rude. Even small gestures can be telling. Remember, snapping your fingers at waiters or being dismissive isn't cool. It is disrespectful. A thoughtful woman will notice how you treat those around you. Politeness and kindness go a long way toward making a good impression. It is simple. Treat everyone with respect, and you are more likely to secure that second date. After all, kindness is a trait everyone admires. Number 8, talking about past relationships. Bringing up past relationships is a surefire way to dampen the mood on a first date. It is not just about avoiding negative topics, it is about showing that you are ready to move forward and not stuck in the past. Dwelling on previous relationships can give the impression that you are not over your ex, or worse, that you are bitter. The goal of a first date is to connect with someone new, not rehash old stories. Keep the conversation focused on the present and future, and avoid delving into past romantic escapades. This approach shows that you are genuinely interested in getting to know your date and excited about the potential of a new relationship. Number 7, interrupting her in between. Good communication is key on a first date, and part of that is knowing when to listen. Constantly interrupting your date is a major faux pas. It not only disrupts the flow of conversation, but also sends a message that you are more interested in hearing yourself talk than in what she has to say. Give her the space to express herself and share her thoughts. This shows that you value her opinions and are interested in getting to know her. Remember, a conversation is a two-way street. It is as much about listening as it is about talking. When you become a good listener, you demonstrate respect and interest, which are crucial for a successful first date. Number 6. Not being punctual. Punctuality is key to making a good first impression. Unless you are a world leader or a superhero on a mission, there is no excuse for being late to a date. Being on time shows that you are reliable and value the other person's time. If something urgent comes up, the courteous thing to do is inform your date and reschedule. Just showing up late without acknowledgement is a sign of disrespect and can make you seem careless or uninterested. Remember, your actions speak louder than words. Showing up on time demonstrates that you are serious about the date and respect her enough to not keep her waiting. Number 5. Being overconfident. Confidence is attractive, but there is a thin line between being confident and being overbearing. Overconfidence can come off as arrogance, which is a major turnoff. Being confident means carrying yourself with a sense of self-assurance and poise. This kind of confidence is appealing because it suggests a level of self-awareness and stability. On the other hand, overconfidence manifests as domineering behavior. It can involve talking over your date, making decisions without their input, or assuming you know what is best for both of you. This can be off-putting because it doesn't leave room for a two-way conversation. Avoid forcing your date into situations they are uncomfortable with. Show interest in her opinions and respect her boundaries. Bragging about your wealth, achievements, or the famous people you have met can make you seem self-absorbed. The goal is to connect and learn about each other, not to overwhelm your date with tales of your own greatness. Number 4. Bragging about themselves. While it is natural to want to share your successes, overdoing it can backfire. Constantly talking about your wealth, cars, or luxurious lifestyle can come across as shallow and materialistic. It is not impressive to flaunt your financial status. It can make you seem like someone who uses wealth to define their worth or to impress others. Instead, focus on more meaningful topics that allow both of you to connect on a deeper level. Remember, a first date is about mutual interest and getting to know each other, not a competition of achievements or financial status. Keep the conversation balanced and genuine to avoid turning your date away. Number 3. Bringing up sexual fantasies too soon. A little flirtation can be exciting, but diving into sexual fantasies early on can be a major misstep. It is crucial to gauge the comfort level of your date before venturing into such intimate topics. If the conversation naturally becomes flirty, be mindful of her reactions and ensure you are not crossing any lines. Many women feel uncomfortable or pressured, but hesitate to voice their discomfort. Remember, a first date is about building a connection and trust, not about revealing your most private fantasies. Keeping the conversation respectful and not overly sexual is key to not scaring her off and ruining your chances for a second date. Number 2. Probing into her dating history. Inquiring too deeply into her past relationships can be a big mistake on a first date. Everyone has a history, but a first date isn't the time to delve into it. Asking about her dating past can make the conversation feel more like an interrogation than a pleasant get-to-know you. It can also bring up uncomfortable memories or give the impression that you are overly concerned with her past, rather than who she is now. The focus should be on the present and the potential future you might share, not on digging up history. Keeping the conversation light and forward-looking is a better strategy for a successful first date. Number 1. Using inappropriate language. How you speak and the language you use can significantly impact the impression you make. Swearing or using crude language can be a huge turnoff. It is important to show that you can express yourself without resorting to offensive language. This demonstrates respect not only for your date, but also for yourself. Women appreciate a man who can communicate effectively and respectfully. Being at ease is different from being overly casual or disrespectful. You want to create a comfortable atmosphere where both of you can be yourselves, but remember that being polite and considerate with your words is essential. Avoiding vulgar language shows maturity and respect, qualities that are attractive and can set the stage for a more meaningful connection. Conclusion. Finding someone you truly connect with isn't always easy, so when you do get the chance to meet someone new, make it count. Avoid these common pitfalls to ensure you are not hindering your chances of finding that special someone. Every first date is an opportunity to start something meaningful, so take these tips to heart. Don't let these mistakes be the reason you struggle in your search for a connection. If you have made it this far, comment below with the word 100% to confirm that you have received the knowledge from this video. For more interesting topics, make sure you watch the recommended video that you see on the screen right now. Thanks for watching.